beautiful day. Beautiful people, what more can I ask?
What more could you want, right?
There you go and see, alright? Just watch your step there, man.
Maybe I'll just sit right here.
Yep, no worries. How is everyone this morning? Good. I'm just going to go through a few safety. People got right safety.
Yeah. Dennis, everyone. He's our boat skipper for today. Good day, Dennis.
Good day, Dennis.
Just on your left side, that's your port side there. People just watch your elbows as we're backing out. On the other boat there.
That's gonna be on video.
Good morning. Can you hear me at the front there, right?
Yes.
No problem. So my name's Dennis, I'm your captain today, people. We have your guides at the back here too if you need to ask any questions or anything else about the trip. So I'd just like to give you a welcome to country. So on behalf of the local clan, the Morimble clan that own this area that we're going to be on today, the Gagadoo Association and the Gagadoo Lodge Corinda, we'd like to thank you for visiting country, and hopefully you stay safe on country while you're here, people. That's just a verbal meet and greet to welcome to country. Usually we'll get our sweat, we'll stand you up, we'll wipe our sweat on your forehead, on the sides of your arms, and then we'll get some water out of the creek here and spit it all over your body. But this is just a verbal one, so we're not doing that one today. No worries, so I'm just going to turn the aircon on a bit, people. This is home Billabong. This is the second last Billabong in the Jim Jim Creek system. So about 200 k's or so behind us is Jim Jim Falls and Twin Falls. And the water we're on now is from the Stain Country, from Jim Jim and Twin Falls behind us. We've got a thin channel to get through here. So there's a few spare seats, people. You can move around the boat. Just not too many people on one side at one time would be nice. And if we see something, I'll bring it to the left or right side and then bring it to the other side as well. So this is the channel we've got to pass through. Just watch out for the branches on your port and starboard sides, people. No worries. So there's a big Mudawudi nest coming up about 11 o'clock in the canopy in front of the boat there, you'll see it. We won't stop at this one, it's a bit harder to stop in the channel here, but there's a few other nests we'll stop out along the way. And I'll explain a bit more about the Mudawudi. That's the white-breasted sea eagle. So it'll be about 11 o'clock in your canopy, mate. You see a whole bunch of branches and twigs.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah, don't forget people, you can move around the boat, go to the front, come to the back during the trip. Don't be shy. The eagle is the second biggest eagle in Australia, so second biggest bird of prey. So we're going to come in between two paper barks in front of us, and there'll be a paper bark tree on your left, your port and starboard sides. So these trees have been dated back about 500 years or so. And I call these trees the 101 use tree. So 50 to 60,000 years ago, they'd use this tree for headdresses and for corroborees. Yeah. So they use the bark also to make shelters, to make them weather tight from the rain and sun 50 to 60,000 years ago. And also wrapping food. That's the 101 use tree, the paper bark tree, the melaleuca. We use it today a lot still when we're out hunting and we run out of toilet paper. That's 42 sheets right on the tree there, people. 42 ply, that's what I was looking for. Yeah, so we also use it for wrapping up food, for chucking in the ground oven, like barramundi and buffalo and bullocky that come into the park. Meat's really expensive these days, so we try and go out hunting and gathering as much as we can. Yes. So the grass you can see on our port and starboard sides, that's buffalo grass. And that's adventitious, people, so it'll root and then grow and then root and then grow. And it'll float up and down with the flow of the water as well, up and down, as it rises and falls. So you may hear me revving the engines today a bit. That would just be me cleaning out the weed out of the prop, so don't panic and don't be alarmed, people. Yep, that's your forest kingfishers now. Well done, good spotting. We've got some hunters at the front there.
Oh, okay, the little guy there.
Yeah, you can see their little white chest, so they're forest kingfishers. There's one fly up now. Hopefully we get a little bit closer to some as well. There's another one straight up from us, about 5 o'clock as well. Come around here, sir. Just straight up there.
Oh,
Yeah. No. So they're like your woody woodpecker of America. You'll see white ants nest in the trees as we're going along in the paper barks. And that'll be black or really brown. Yeah, mate, yep, yeah, it's about 1.5 meters. Yeah, during the dry season we can't go in here, this is all dry. And all the water we'll be on today will be all fresh water today. So we have about 55 freshwater species of fish in the park here. Yeah, this walkway's been closed off because of the water rising, because of the saltwater crocodile. We call that a ginga. So that's a local Murrumbul and Kanjakmi language, ginga, we call that. So it's been closed off for safety reasons. Saltwater crocodiles will jump 3/4 of their body length, people. A study has just found that they're born the meanest crocodile. So out of all the caimans and crocodilis in the world, the saltwater Australian crocodile is the meanest out of them all. So welcome to Yellow Waters, people. This is Yellow Waters Billabong. It's not actually a Billabong at the moment because it's got flowing water through it. So the word Billabong comes from a tribe down south of Australia, and it just means a permanent water source. Are you saying hello to you?
Yeah, it's electrical.
You're right. Yeah, I'll try and bring him up on the starboard side here, people. So that's the male snake neck darter. The female has a white chest, and hopefully we'll see her downstream. As you can see, he's got a bit of an S-bend in his neck. He uses that like a spear. He'll stay underwater for about 5 minutes or so, and it'll chase fish and spear it. They're like snakes. They've got to swallow all their fish head first, and they don't have any oil on their feathers, so they can go under the water. They've got a little oil gland at the start of its tail on the back there, and he'll stimulate that and put oil on his beak and put it through his feathers. That's the snake neck darter. Some people call him a shag.
In Florida, they're called manticore.
No. A lot of the animals are used to the boats here, so which is really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're just going to leave Yellow Waters and head on to South Alligator River. But it drove over this. It was the big bridge with the big, all the dirty water in it, all the silt. Yesterday you drove through over it, yep. So we're going to go downstream on the South Alligator River. Yeah, we'll come up to them. We'll just go down river and have a sticky beak, because I think there's a big ginger down here. So we've got some Jesus birds. People call them Jesus birds, the little jacanas. So they're walking on the lilies about 11 o'clock or so then. Yeah, so that's a little male jacana. They call them the Jesus bird because it looks like they're walking on water there.
Sorry.
It's just they're walking on the lilies and the weed there.
Just fly and then I'll get out of the way.
see the water on our port and starboard sides, people. It's going out to the floodplain and filling out the floodplain. So there's a lot of insects caught in the grass there, so a lot of fish will go out there. Where there's small fish, there's big fish. Where there's big fish, there's crocodiles. Crocodiles are breeding this time of the year, the saltwater crocodile, and the females are looking for nest sites. So they'll fight over the best nest sites as well. The male crocodile can have a territory about 2 kilometres in distance. So all day he'll just go up and down patrolling the water, make sure all his girlfriends are good and there's no males in his territory. Yeah. Oh, it'll come up from there. A saltwater crocodile can stay about underwater for about an hour and a half or so. The saltwater crocodile was around when the dinosaurs were out and about. Oh, that's the female. We've seen the male snake neck data. This is the female at 5 o'clock. We'll go back to her. Oh, Jabiru at 12 o'clock. Oh, I missed it.
I saw that.
I got
Yeah,
it.
so this is showing that they don't have any oil in their wings, so they've got to dry their wings. So she's drying her wings at the moment. She can be a bit camera shy, this one. So hopefully, oh, she's showing you her best side right now, so she should be alright. Oh no, she's getting a bit nervous. So you can see the white chest, so that's the female, and we've seen the male snake neck darter, the darker bird at the start there. We have a few spottings of weirder dials and longer dials. The bamboo you can see out on our port side, it took scientists five years to find out that that is actually native bamboo to Australia and the Northern Territory. That's a rufous night herring that you just seen.
There's a crocodile right
Call
there.
that the Fonzie
There's
bird.
your crocodile.
Oh, look at that, people. Smiling at you, look at that. I'll come up right next to it actually, it'll be on our starboard side. These crocodiles have been around since the dinosaurs, people. They're on top of the food chain out here, not you. You're not in the city anymore. The crocodile's on top out when you come bush. Yeah, he's like a dog. When dogs get hot, they'll pant, and that's what the crocodile's doing, letting out hot air. Because if it overheats, it'll die.
I got it.
The saltwater
So
crocodile.
I just want to change it. Something that hasn't gotten me.
That's about 3 meters.
And then
Yeah,
we
no,
have them in
that
Jamaica,
will
we
still
have them in
eat you,
Florida.
or half of you.
See there?
Very vicious animals, these things. The lumps on its back are oxyderms, so they're like solar panels that help regulate the crocodile's heat. You can see that mouth, the flap in its mouth. So that flap, some people say crocodiles can't open their mouth underwater, but they can. And that's why that flap there. So I'll park the boat on the bank there. She shouldn't move. She shouldn't. That's a remote control one. Because we didn't see a crocodile, we bring the remote control one out.
Oh,
A little bit of movement there. Yeah, so I'll put the front of the boat on the back.
I'm back up now.
Little bumps, that's it. Look at that, what a photo. Right down her gob.
Get the two. I know, it's amazing, isn't it? I'm obviously not afraid of it.
Yeah, saltwater crocodiles survive in freshwater all their life because they've got little salt glands at the back of their mouth, and they'll just secrete little bits of salt every now and again. They'll live about as long as humans, at about 100. They'll replace their teeth like humans until they get a bit older, about 90 or so, and then they've only got one set of teeth, and if they fall out, the crocodile will die because it can't eat anymore.
Well, I got a close up, but I'll get one with them.
We'll go a little bit closer here. Just
Yeah.
remember, crocodiles can jump 3/4 of their body length. So when you're taking photos, try not to put your arms out so far, people.
No, if I'm not going to get you with it.
And if you're close enough, you can probably smell a salty kind of fishy smell.
No, you're right. Found it.
That's a crocodile smell, that one.
You want me to
So
move?
if you're next to a river in
Do you
the
want
north of Australia and you smell a salty kind of fishy smell,
You can sit
get
here.
right out of there.
You sit here.
That's your saltwater crocodile.
You said that's a female?
I'm not really sure, but I dare say that's a female. We're going to need a few volunteers from the front of the boat.
I'll do it.
No worries.
No,
so what's
you're
going to
right.
happen, I'll park the boat up.
It's okay.
We'll get you fellas at the front there to jump on it, and
Yeah.
then we'll need some volunteers to sex her as well, or him.
I watch Crocodile Hunter. I know what to do.
So the crocodile has a little orifice above its tail, where its tail first starts, and you need 2 fingers, and you stick your 2 fingers in that orifice, and it'll tell you if it's a man or a woman crocodile. So have we got volunteers for that?
So that's a short-lived job?
Yeah.
That's me. Got that GoPro going? Oh yeah, isn't it recording?
Well, yeah,
They're
it's moving.
solitary animals.
Yeah. Yeah, I got all the movements
But
and
they've just had a
stuff.
few studies done, and they can hunt together as well, like on a beach after little baby turtles. I've seen.
Sure.
Yeah, so that'll. I know that's probably a female because this territory that we're at now, this is all male territory.
Well, yeah, where's the boyfriend coming?
Okay, thanks.
Yeah, so they're trying to lay. She might have a nest that she's starting at the back of her there.
Not going to check.
Yeah, so she's got to determine how big of a wet we're going to have this year. If she builds a nest too close to the water, it will obviously get flooded and everything will die. If she builds it too far from the water, all the predators will clean up the little babies as they're heading to the water. Yeah, so we've got a few other species of fish here, 55 as I was saying before.
Water refills? Anybody want water refills?
So we've got the sooty bunter species, that's your black brim, they're good eating as well.
I think I'll go refill.
We've also got sharks in here. We've got the bull shark from the saltwater country. They survive in the freshwater here too.
Dry 6 months of the year. Not quite.
During the wet season, we definitely have around here.
That's the Jacana.
But it all dries up. These sorts are in Billabong. All the water out on the grassy areas there is not there. surrounded by cattle stations, so a lot of the cattle come into the park. We'll try not to go to the shop too much.
That's cold on the leg.
And we'll go and shoot our own meat.
No, I
We'll go
refilled
and
it.
shoot our buffalo, our cattle. We'll go and get our own bacon from feral pigs that are in the park. So anything with a hoof in the park is a feral animal. So that's horses as well. We also have feral cats here. They're like your domestic cats, but a lot bigger and meaner. And they can eat about 12 birds and mammals per one night of hunting. So not just eat them, they'll just kill animals just to play with them and just kill them. We have the fruiting here on the palm that you can see. That's a Pandanus aquaticus, so that's the water pandanus. We have 3 species of that. We've got the water one, we've got the sandstone one, and the woodlands one. So the woodlands one is what the women make out the baskets and mats out of. Yeah. So women and men will come down and get file snakes. Yep, we got a white-breasted sea eagle about 2 o'clock. White-breasted sea eagle. So that's a Marawuri bird, that's the spirit bird. When we have a funeral out here, I had an uncle pass away last year, a few months ago. So you might have seen it in Jabiru and at Kawinda. There's a lot of ochre around trees. So everywhere where that person's been smoked out, and the ochre goes around trees and cars and houses. So they've got a perch for everything, the Marawuris. This perch is their lookout perch, so it can dive down and get any fish or turtles or even water snakes like the file snake out of the water with its talons. And then they have a separate branch where they eat whatever they catch. So like a table branch, you might as well say. So we're just going to turn around here and start heading back slowly. And they stay together for life, those birds. So the husband and wife will be together as one for life. And they also use the same nest for life. So that's why you see the really big nest in the canopies. They'll just keep, every year they use it, they build up on it every year.
We have doves that do the same thing.
That's also Australia's biggest predatory bird. We have about four freshwater species of turtle in the park here. So we've got Australia's biggest freshwater turtle, which is the Warrigan. That's the pig-nosed turtle. Real funny looking turtle actually. And then we got the long neck and short neck turtle. They're all very good eating, and all turtles come with their own bowl.
Yes.
Oh, that's the snake neck darter saying goodbye. Yeah, so I'd just like to bring your attention to about 10 o'clock. You can see those 2 big green poles there. The ones without the boats on it. So about 2007 we had a big flood through here, and there was 1.5 meters of water on top of those poles there. So you can imagine how much water was there. You could only see the tops of these trees. You could have gone to the pub at Kawinda and had a beer with the crocodiles, because there was 1.5 meters of water at Kawinda there, all through the hotel and the bar area. I live about 10 kilometres upstream from here, and I got 1.5 meters of water in my place. So that pontoon actually floated off there and ended up 5 kilometres downstream. Yeah, local people can use live bait. I use a little perch, spangled perch, we call bud. Yeah, that's the language we call live bait here, bud. So we'll just put it on a big hook, then chuck it in and catch a big barrel or catfish. We also use spears as well, that we make out of bamboo there, as well as woodland trees. We'll make spears out of them. But the bamboo's pretty good for this float. Boat. By night we've got spotlights on the boat, looking out for crocodiles at the same time as well. Yeah.
So when you're fishing, next to the same, they pull over fishing at night by spear, and said we're looking for crocs. You can tell crocodiles from the water by their red eye shine, but barramundi also have a red eye shine, but it's much narrower and closer together. Of course, once you've been out a few times on the water, you get to know the difference between them.
So different types of insects, fruit, flowering trees as well, and different things that animals are doing. We'll tell the local indigenous people what's coming, the weather's changing, going into dry weather, into the wet. So we can tell by all these different things happening in the environment what's going on. So just look at the big knobs on these trees, the paperbark trees that we go in between, and they hold water. So during the dry season, if we're stuck anywhere, we'll cut them up and drink the water out of the knobs on the trees there. And that's the paperbark trees, that's the white bark tree there. Just watch out for the branches again, people, on the outside. Yeah, we have a lot of introduced weeds in the park as well that rangers try and get rid of. We have one weed here, Salvinia. You may see it floating on the ground, on the top of the water, sorry, as we go through here. It's like a little love heart kind of thing. And that was brought over from South America for people's tropical fish tanks. So someone didn't want their fish anymore, and they emptied the fish tank out in the river system here. And now we've got Salvinia in here. So it grows about 1 metre thick on top of the water, and if it got caught in a billabong, it'll kill everything. That's plants and animals. So with it growing about 1 metre thick, it won't let any sunlight in, and that'll stop photosynthesis happening. Very invasive weeds. It hasn't got any predators in Australia. The government's just started to bring over a little bug from South America that eats it. Well done, good evasion. Well done, mate.
That'll look good on the video.
Yeah.
Is it still going?
I don't think so.
Ooh, that would
1
be,
hour 19. That looks
that
like
would
my
be a
stop.
great 3D.
Was your camera on then?
Yeah.
Oh, no worries.
So it's still going?